Hi, everybody, and welcome to Two Guys Talk Cleveland Sports. I'm Tim Shire.
I'm Joey Schneider.
And we're going to talk about the Cavs getting ready for the playoffs tonight. We're going to talk about the Guardians, the now second place Guardians. It pains me to know they're behind the where they're at. But let's get right to this. This show is brought to you by CT Roofing and Power Wash, the official roofer of the Lake County Sentinel. Call 440-278-0506 for an estimate on your roof or your siding today. They'll come right out and help you. They're helping Joey right now. So
just waiting on the insurance.
Yes, which, boy, what a surprise. Insurance.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If we didn't have insurance in life would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
But let's get right to the Cleveland Cavaliers. My beat. They finished 52-30. First round matchup now with the Toronto Raptors, as I have it spelled on here, the Toronto Raptors. I must have been typing fast.
Drink a lot of root beer.
That series starts on Saturday at 1:00. Shout out to my Blue Devils. I'm going to miss Saturday's Blue Devils game, because first game of the playoffs for the Cavs at Rocket Arena at 1 p.m.
Interesting.
Yes. 1:00. I am confident in this series. We'll give my pick at the end. I'm going to say this. I didn't even tell Joey, but we're going to do this just because we talk equally with all three teams every week. We do. Okay. we can only rehash so much. Okay. This is a huge playoff series, right? It is. It's huge.
Oh, yeah.
The playoffs are what matter in every sport. But I'm not going to be like some people and break it down like annoyingly. So we're going to talk about this series. If we end a couple minutes before 20, we're okay.
I think we most episodes someone gets cut down a little bit.
Yeah, and a couple weeks ago we cut the Browns by like 4 minutes. So it'll be okay tonight if we maybe cut the Cavs by a couple and the Guardians by a couple to get that back for the Browns, because we do have mock drafts. Look. My son loves mock drafts. Joey loves mock drafts. Tommy Shire and Joey Schneider, their mock drafts are on right now on LakeCountySentinel.com. That's LakeCountySentinel.com. And you can find them on there. They love mock drafts. I hate mock drafts. I hate the NFL draft.
Tommy and I, we like the NFL draft.
They do. They love it.
I do get, and we are both very good at it. I will say that as well.
I think they are. Yeah. But Tommy said the Browns should have picked Josh Allen over Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
that might have turned out okay.
I do got to
ruined him.
I do got it. Yeah, you don't know how that would have turned out. But
so
I gotta have to give you credit, because you said my name, you said Tommy Shire and Joey Schneider, and didn't call me Joey Shire.
Or I didn't call myself Tim Schneider like you did for London.
So
I told the coaches the next day at practice, and they were like, all three of them that I told, how do you screw up your own name?
It's both got the SH sound in the beginning. So yeah. But the Raptors took the series 3-0 in the regular season. And I've told this story before on here, Joey. I think I told it last week on here, and I'm going to tell it again. In 1988-89, the Cavaliers dominated the Chicago Bulls in the regular season. That was back before there were as many teams as there are in the NBA, and you played your division 6 times. The Cavs dominated Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and the Bulls 6-0 in the regular season.
Was Pippen on the team in 89?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Was he? Okay.
And the Bulls beat him in the first round. So that's why I am not one bit afraid of the Toronto Raptors. The Cavs are an absolutely different team since they played Toronto. They haven't played Toronto since November.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max Strus is back. It's probably the minor thing of all the things that are different from them. Oh, we have this guy named James Harden, the Cavs do now. Dennis Schroeder, who would pick on an 8-foot tall man and think he's going to win. Keon Ellis.
Just call him Denise Schroeder.
Denis.
Oh.
Yes. German. I'm trying to, but.
Wouldn't that be French?
I don't know. Let me think I'm saying it right, okay?
Oh, man.
I butcher the English language, so now I'm going to butcher some other language.
There you go. We got to even it out.
So just let me do it. So yeah, the team is totally different than that time. And I just see, we saw a different Jared Allen starting in February. And they've only played Harden, Mitchell, Allen, Mobley, and I think they said Tyson have only played a combined 65 minutes together. And when they did, they outscored the opponent by 27 points. Yeah.
This is look, this is the type of matchup where, you can get in depth with it. But at the end of the day, I think most people, and look, any team can win any series, any given day. Any, they gotta be up for it. They gotta be ready. They gotta realize it's playoff time.
I think they are. I think they're all.
This is Cavs in 4, Cavs in 5. I think
5. I'd like to see 5, not 4, because look what happened when they blew the Heat out last year.
Oh, a gentleman's sweep. You're an aristocrat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and we are. We're gentlemen.
Just
some of the language I'm going to use to describe something. Oh, the treatment of Juan Brito on social media will show how much of a gentleman I am. But real
quick, one thing that I want to talk about is that I hate when coaches say, "Oh, we don't use bulletin board material," because I feel like that is absolute garbage. I think that every coach uses bulletin board material, whether they know
say that? I didn't hear. Did somebody say that?
No, okay. But you have national media people saying, "Oh, James Harden can't take them." James Harden is not. He's not the guy. It's Donovan Mitchell. It's
no. James Harden is very important.
I'm not saying he's not.
James Harden's going to put them over the top. If they win this, if they end up going all the way and winning the championship, it's because of James Harden.
I'm not saying he's not important. What I'm saying is that this team doesn't have. Yes, Donovan Mitchell is the guy that is probably taking the last shot, but Mobley,
hopefully it's
Allen,
not a foul shot or a layup because he'll miss it.
Mobley, Allen, Harden, the bench. There's so many pieces of this team that need to come together. So when they're like, "Oh, well, James Harden is not going to be the one to lead them," you know what? James Harden's a great player. I'm glad that he's on the Cavaliers, but there are so many other pieces of this team that you're overlooking just to get James Harden.
Because let's face it, they're the national media, and they don't give one shit about Cleveland.
So if I'm the Cavs, I'm taking that and I'm using it as bulletin board material.
Yeah. Oh, don't be surprised if Kenny Atkinson mentions it at some. Now, Kenny Atkinson is the little guy in the fight in high school that prevailed because he knew how to do it. You know what I mean? So, Kenny Atkinson can be an asshole when he wants to be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So don't think he's not going to bring that shit up.
Right.
He knows sometimes he's got to push some buttons.
But
to get these guys going.
I hate when coaches say,
"Well, they're liars.
We don't have bulletin board material." Everyone uses bulletin board material from high school all the way up through the pros. These guys, players say, "Oh, I don't hear it." They hear it.
One of the best examples of bulletin board material was when I was coaching Tommy one time, and the other team was talking crap, and as the ump was carrying the tee up to home plate, I just said to our team, I said, "That's a bunch of shit talkers over there. That's the biggest bunch of 6-year-old shit talkers I ever saw in my life. So let's go out and kick their ass." That didn't really happen, but it sounded good. But
6-year-old
Tommy wanted to play like he was in high school when he was at T-ball. It was ridiculous. Like, he took it seriously. It's like, oh my God, please. It's a T-ball game. You're just learning. But game 2 then will be on Monday night Eastern at the Rocket Arena. And I will not be covering that game. I'm going to get our guy Ken Krisner, who covered last year, and he did a great job. And Joey, you might, if at some point, if I might ask you too. But I know you got like your girls in the afternoon during the week, and a lot of school and sports stuff going on. And Ken's like me. His kids are in college. And so, but I got to ask him. I've not talked to Ken. I'm hoping he'll do it. But so I won't be there. But because we have a baseball game, we have a league game, and I can't miss. I'm missing Saturday. We're playing Brooklyn, but I can't miss a league game. I don't miss games.
The Brooklyn Dodgers?
No, the Brooklyn Hurricane.
Is Duke Snyder on the team?
No. Nice people in Brooklyn. Game 3 will then be in Toronto on Thursday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. But of course, I have to say this because I've got to say this, and because you know me, and you'll understand after I say it. Well, that was good. Mm-hmm. The incomprehensible thing about the game being at 8:00 on Thursday is pathetic and sad that more Clevelanders will probably show what losers they are and be watching the NFL draft. They will watch the NFL draft over the Cavs playoff game.
I will have the Cavs game on.
Me off.
I will have the Cavs game on the TV and the draft on the computer.
They piss me off. I know how it is in this city. It's like they hate winners. The Cavs are in the playoffs. You watch the Cavs. You'll find out who the Browns draft. Jesus. I know that's what'll happen, though. And they won't even talk about the Cavs playoff game first on the news that night. They'll talk about the Browns draft pick. You didn't expect me to go through a show without yelling.
Well,
I think I yelled. I think that's maybe the most I've yelled on this version of the show.
I think so. That
just pisses me off. No, there's no excuse, Joey.
You're not wrong.
No excuse. There's no excuse.
What if you're not
at halftime? Maybe.
What if you're not?
Or if it's before the Cavs start? Okay, there's no excuse.
What if
you're gonna watch a draft selection instead of a playoff game?
What if you're not a basketball fan,
but
you're a football fan?
Huh?
What if you're not a basketball
just a football fan?
What if you're not a fan of the Cavs, but you're a fan of the Browns?
Well, then okay, I guess. You're a loser, though. You're a loser. No, you're a loser. Because you're not a fan of the team that's won a championship in the last 10 years, but you're a fan of that disaster?
I mean,
that's just disgusting. That's disgusting. That is not a fan. That is a loser. That is a loser.
I'm not going to rip anyone for liking whatever team they want.
You can like whoever you want, but if you're a Clevelander and you're a sports fan, you're going to watch the playoff game, not the draft pick.
I'm just saying, if you're a Lakers fan from Cleveland,
listen.
I'm not saying me.
You're a loser if you're a Lakers fan from Cleveland. You're a loser. You're a loser because the Cavs are a good organization. Why are you rooting for the Lakers?
Maybe they grew up in
okay,
LA.
That's different. That's different. No, that's
I'm just throwing different scenarios at you at this point.
No. And then people will say, well, I bet you turn it off to watch the fuck the Buccaneers. I don't give a fuck who the Buccaneers pick.
Yeah, but that's because
I don't care who they pick.
It's because you root for a good organization.
So we give them more attention when they're losers?
No, I'm saying you personally.
That's the Cleveland mentality.
You don't care who they pick because you root for a good organization.
Look, if this was 2001,
this was
2001 before the Buccaneers won anything, I am watching the Cavs playoff game over the NFL draft.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm telling you is that when you are like, I'm watching the Cavs game and I'm watching the draft, one on the Cavs on the TV, the draft on my computer, because I can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you're that much of a diehard Browns fan, maybe you're not that much of a diehard Cavs fan.
Well, and I'm going to call you a loser. And I'm going to call you a loser. If you are a Cleveland sports fan, this is my stance. This will be my stance until they put me in the ground. If these teams are the same, these organizations are the same, this will remain my stance. You're a loser if you are more concerned about the Browns draft. The Browns, the worst organization in pro sports in the last 27 years. If you're going to watch, then pick a draft, make a draft pick. Because, I like the Browns more. I'm a Cavs fan, but I like the Browns more. Then what that tells me is you are a loser. You like the loser more. That's it. You can't defend that. If you like if you like all three sports, and you are going to watch the draft and not the Cavs, you are a loser. Because you would rather watch the loser make a draft pick than the team that won you a championship that got 3 million people downtown.
I can tell you that of all of my friends, I bet you about 3 will be watching the Cavs game and the other 30 will be watching the Browns. Will be watching the draft.
Well, I just hope I don't see anybody the next day that tells me that. I just hope not, because, oh my God, I don't want blood on my hands. It's just ridiculous. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's the dumbest thing ever if you want to watch that over
I'm not saying you're wrong. If you are a Cavs fan and you are a Browns fan and you are watching the draft, I don't know what you're doing because we got a team that's a winner in Cleveland. We got 2 teams that are winners that are in Cleveland.
You must
I don't
love
know
misery.
what you're doing, but
I got 1 minute to go here real quick.
I know a lot of people like the
next
Browns.
4 games. I got to go to the next 4 games. I know a lot of people like the Browns, and there's a lot of losers in Cleveland. Game 4, Toronto will be Sunday at 1, the next Sunday. Game 5, if necessary, in Cleveland, Wednesday, April 29th. No Blue Devils game. Game 6 in Toronto, if needed, May 1st. And game 7 in Cleveland, it's a Sunday. And none of the times are determined for the last 4 games of the series. So that's it for the Cavs. That's it for the NBA. I think I might have made my point that you should watch the playoffs, right?
Yeah, I think that you should keep that same energy going into the next segment because I want to hear what you have to say about Juan Brito.
Oh, I'm going to defend Ron Brito, but I'm going to. There is a pitcher that I'm going to. He's. Hopefully, he doesn't see it. I don't want him to cry.
You know the Indians organization watches the show, so
who are they?
Oh God! Wow! Wow!
The Guardians.
I went back to.
But you did it. You did it by mistake, right? You're not one of those people that does it on purpose just to be a.
No,
just to not be what I call those other people.
I completely just started daydreaming, and I was like picturing myself being in like Jacobs Field back in the mid '90s watching.
Oh yeah, it was fun, wasn't it?
Tommy and Bell and
it was very fun. I loved it.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was so good.
I
remember going there opening day '94, and I'll be honest, when I walked through the gate, that gate by the by the bleachers. John Adams bleachers.
Yeah.
I cried because I was like, I can't believe this is in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
This place.
I had I told you my brother came into town and we took him to an Indians game back then.
Yeah.
But he didn't really remember it. So, him coming back and he had his wife and his kids and they're seeing the ball field and they're like, that's where they play baseball. Then they, and it's like, I'm like, listen, like you can walk to, you can, and they stayed literally like their hotel room overlooked the Brown Stadium. And they're like, oh, well, that's a big stadium, but like they saw Progressive and I had to explain to them like, this is like a
hold on real quick, Joe, before you finish the story. Let me do a shout out real quick. I want to shout out to Fisher Snyder and Bobby Shalega. They are huge viewers on TikTok, and they're going nuts with the likes right now. We have 2,500 likes for this show tonight, and I just had a shout out to these 2 guys. They are they're Wycliffe bowlers, and they're really nice young men. And so I wanted to shout out to them. So finish with your story with the.
No, just you walk into any football stadium in the country and you're like, oh, this is cool. It's huge and this is where you play football. But then you walk into like a baseball field and any baseball stadium and it's a completely different feel. It's like a cathedral.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
It's like it's just like it's a completely different experience and a completely different feeling going to a baseball game than a football game.
Yeah, I remember going to a baseball game when Tommy was probably like 8 years old, and I know I probably saved quite a bit to get the tickets. They were in the lower section, right near the dugout, near the Guardians or the Indians dugout at that time. And I remember I'm just looking around, Joey. And I'm like, it was a good crowd that night. I always took Tommy on or near his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great crowd. It was a good crowd. But we're in that section. We're in that area down there where those people are obsessed. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I just looked around and I said to Tommy, I said, these are my people, Tommy. And he's like, Daddy, why are you getting sad? I'm like, I'm not sad. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm with these people who I feel so comfortable with because they think just like me. You know, it's such a great place. But I love Cleveland Stadium too. You know, I mean, I grew up there. You know, I was 26 when Progressive Field opened. So I spent the first like 20 years of being a fan at Cleveland Stadium. And it was just it wasn't the nicest place, but it's where I love baseball.
Yeah.
You know,
I was a youngin', but I do remember it. I do remember my dad taking me to games.
It smelled so bad in the concourse. Like someone vomited in the 60s and it never went away.
Years later, you could still smell it.
And there were no toilets. There were only a few bathrooms. You had to wait in line. They had troughs.
I remember the troughs.
Yeah,
but standing on my tippy toes.
But that was our place. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was our place. But you know, let's get to the Guardians though. The present day Guardians. None of them were even alive then. Jose was just being born, probably. But they're 10-9. They're currently in second place in the best division in baseball, the American League Central. We're at 4.8 thousand likes for this show, Joey. I feel like Jerry Lewis during the telethon.
Yeah.
They're 10-9, second place in the AL Central, one game behind the Minnesota Twins. Enjoy it while it lasts. And they are now only one game up on the Detroit Tigers. So, but you know, I mean, Tom Hamilton said something great on a broadcast. It was probably a week ago. He said, no one's really running away with the Central. But you know what? A 15.5 game lead isn't big enough in the Central.
That's 100% true.
So,
I mean,
taking a shot at the Tigers.
It's you know what? The last couple of games, you know, you kind of want to pull want to pull your hair out. Luckily, we're already bald.
I knew when they lost. I knew last night that they were losing that game before the ninth inning came. I knew it. I'm like, they're not going to win this game.
I was so confident they went up. I was actually talking.
It's starting to worry me a little bit.
I was actually on the phone with our friend Ben Herzig from the News Herald.
Okay.
And it was, I think, you know, he was going to the gym to work out, and it was tied 2-2. And then I texted him because, like, as soon as I hung up, I looked at the score and it was
it's 5-2.
It was 5-2, and I go, oh, 5-2, and he's like, let's go. And I'm like, they got this. And then then I look again and it was 5-4. I'm like, nope, it's not happening.
Who does he put the guy on? I was like, oh shit. And then the guy hits the home run, and I'm like, oh my God. So, you know, the run differential now is at -6. That's third in the division. So that's you know, they had it over. You know, on the plus side, and then the last two games happened. So but the series in St. Louis, like we both said, it was ugly. The defense was costly. Walks were costly. You know, young guys make errors. Let's remember that. And I've seen a lot of idiots on social media. And I'll be honest here. I'm not lying. I'll be honest here. A lot of those idiots that say that, it's mostly on X, Twitter. Most of those guys, their profile pictures are Browns pictures. And they're on there ripping Guardians players. Like, you know what? Your profile picture is for the Browns. Okay, so you obviously don't have very good judgment. So you might want to not rip the rookie. He's been up a week. Okay. I'm only going to say it once about the criticism of Juan Brito. Just once. Shut the fuck up, idiots. That's it.
I mean,
I'm going to say it. I'll say it once. This show is definitely not for the weak-hearted.
Well, this is what we talked about for weeks before the season even started. We said when they bring these young guys up, they're so they might have some growing pains.
Yeah.
They might start out hot, but it's 162 game season.
Yeah.
There's peaks, there's valleys. They're gonna learn. This is what you do when you bring up good young players.
Fisher. Yeah, Fisher's leaving. He must be going off. Could be time to go to sleep. It's 9:30.
I can't understand. You know what? If you want to start criticizing at 80 games, 90 games, 100 games, okay, I get it. It's just like me and you didn't freak out about Manzardo, and what did he start doing?
No.
He started hitting.
053 was tied with Herb's score for the worst all time, and we all know Herb was a pitcher.
And he's up to I think he's like 180 or 200 now. I mean, and that was literally last week. That was last week.
That was last week. Tuesday.
Yeah, and he's jumped to 130 points. So that's how early in the season we are.
Yeah, exactly.
It hurts to see them lose games like that, but you know what? It happened last year. They come back. They still got a winning record. They still got young players that are gonna only get better as the season goes on. Everyone just freaking relax. You don't got to criticize every time someone makes an error.
Oh, God.
You want to know who's beating themselves up more than you are? The player who made the error.
Exactly.
You don't think that CJ Kafis probably lost his mind when he made that error, and then against the Mariners, and then just Twitter the whole night and next day was ripping CJ Kafis. Like, come on,
you'd have thought he was Ted Bundy,
right? And the same thing with Juan Brito. It's like these guys they're gonna make mistakes. I'll tell you what, you go in there and you try and hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Go ahead. I'll wait. We'll wait this entire show.
How about those people that hit an 80-mile-an-hour fastball? They couldn't do it.
How about you try and catch a ball coming off the bat at 107 miles an hour on a one hop? And
these people have never seen that. They've never been close to it.
No, and you know what? I'm not saying I could do it because I can't. I mean, the highest I did was high school.
Me either.
So
that's what I understand, though. My friend Ted Kubiak, who played on 3 world championship teams with the Oakland Athletics, and was the manager and instructor in the Cleveland organization for 30 years almost, said to me over and over again after games in the post game, his office, Tim, the hardest thing in sports is to hit a baseball. And let me tell you something, from playing baseball, catching the ball in whatever sky it is not always easy either. Especially in a position you haven't played.
And
Davis has not played a lot of left field.
No, and I can already hear people saying, "Oh, well, they're professionals. That's what they're paid to do." Yeah, that's what they're paid to do. You show me a player who has not made an error, and I'll show you a liar.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
Ozzie Smith made errors. Omar Vizquel made errors.
And they're not hitting you really, because let me tell you something. If you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times, guess what?
Yeah,
you're in the Hall of Fame. Yeah,
but I don't think these complainers could hit the ball 3 out of 1,000 times.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you hit the ball as a professional baseball player, if you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times, it gets you into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
you couldn't. I guarantee there are so many people. You put them in a batter's box, 95, give them 1,000 pitches. They're not hitting it once. They're not even gonna they're not even going to foul tip one, but they want to sit here and criticize a 22-year-old or 23-year-old who's playing his first couple of games in the majors. Get out of here.
6,300 likes, Joey.
Like you said, you know what? I'm a huge Browns fan. Tim knows that. Go watch the draft. If you're going to sit here and criticize these guys who are literally just coming up, go watch the fucking draft, because I'm tired of it.
They will be playing then too. So, but I love the Guardians. Everybody knows me. They know I love baseball the most, but I'm going to watch the Cavs playoff game. I'll have the Guardians on my phone, and who knows? Maybe I'll have the NFL draft on my laptop.
I'll probably be checking the score of the game on my phone while I'm watching the Cavs on the TV and the draft on my computer. It's gonna be all over the place.
But so we want to get to want to get done so we could do a little extra for the Browns tonight for the NFL draft.
Real quick,
I got to take a shower now. I still gonna do a little extra for the Browns. Oh, jeez! I gotta go roll in some mud to feel cleaner.
Wait, one final thought, and that is,
I do have to go through the upcoming homestand, but go on.
It'll take 30 seconds, not even. As much as we are defending the Guardians right now, I promise you, when it gets more and more into the season, you will hear us criticize too.
Oh, we will.
It is not all, we're Guardians. We're fans of the Guardians.
I didn't get a chance to criticize Slade Ciccone because we're running out of time. But he's unwatchable right now.
Yeah.
He's unwatchable.
Again.
There were a couple guys out of the bullpen.
Younger guy. Let him
settle. He's a stubborn guy. He's not a coachable guy. That's why Arizona traded him.
I'm going to try and let him settle in a little bit before I.
Well, he's been here a year. But
upcoming games.
We got 4 with Craig Albernaze's Orioles. Oh gosh. I hope we can beat the crap out of them. But 6:10 Thursday night at Progressive Field, Parker Messick, 2-0, 0.51 ERA against right-hander Shane Baz. 0-1 with a 4.50. Friday night, 6:10. Tanner Bybee against right-hander Chris Bassett. Former Akron. He's from Akron. He's a jerk, though. He made some comments about fans during the last players' dispute. So he's a jerk.
Lovely.
Chris Bassett, 0-2, 9.0 ERA. I don't care if he's from the area. He's a jerk. So let's belt him around. Saturday at 6:10, we have Gavin Williams facing right-hander Dean Kramer. It's spelled K-R-E-M-E-R. So I kind of want to say Kremer, but it's Kramer. Has no record but a 3.60 ERA. Andrea Kramer, remember on ESPN? She spelled it that way too. But and Sunday at 1:40, Joey a couple of southpaws. Joey Cantillo, 1-0, 2.61 ERA against lefty Trevor Rogers. I believe he's a starter now. He used to be a reliever with the Twins, right?
I'm not 100% sure on that, to be honest.
Well, there's 2 brothers. I'm pretty sure he's the Twins one. He's a reliever now. So, and like I said earlier, thank God we wanted to see Slade Ciccone in this series. But he starts game 1 against the Astros. Yeah, that should be fun. But they're not the Astros of old. So, But we are right up against it here. Time to talk some Browns. What we're going to do is I'm going to read Tommy Shire's.
Why don't you read Tommy's and then I'll read my pick.
Well, I'm not. Well, that's what I'll do. I'll read Tommy's draft pick, and then I'm going to give Joey 30 seconds to discuss his pick, and then we should have enough time. to do this whole thing. So let's get started. Tommy's first mock pick is Fernando Mendoza, Las Vegas Raiders. Joey?
Yeah, same pick. Kirk Cousins 2.0. I'm very excited to see Kirk Cousins and Mendoza in the same quarterback room because they're basically the same player. But yeah, same. I agree 100%.
All right. So now Tommy's second pick overall in the 2026 NFL selection meeting mock draft is the New York Jets picking Arvell Reese from the Ohio State University. Joey?
Also have the same pick. He's sideline to sideline guy. Can blitz off the edge, and I think that they're going to try and redo their defense this year in hopes of possibly redoing their offense next year because they have 2 first-round picks next year, I believe, too.
Well, they're the Jets. They'll also screw it up. But third pick overall, we have Tommy picking, oh, geez, I'm going to get this wrong. Francis Mauigoa, offensive tackle from the Miami Hurricanes. What do you have, Joey?
I have David Bailey.
Cardinals.
I have David Bailey going to the Cardinals at 3, defensive end from Texas Tech. I think that's a little high for Mauigoa. I think Bailey he's going to be a stud. Reminds me a lot of Khalil Mack. And I think that you got to take best player available if you're the Cardinals there. So that's where I got him going. Okay.
Tommy is going to have another mock draft probably Tuesday or Wednesday next week, right before the draft. He informed me of that. Before he went on the air tonight.
This was my final.
Yeah, this is Joey's final, though. So Tommy's fourth pick is the Tennessee Titans, and he has them picking Jeremiah Love, running back from the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, same pick. The guy is just, catch the ball. You can line it. You can literally line him up as a wide receiver. Great hands out of the backfield. Yeah, explosive runner. I think he's going to be the centerpiece of that offense for a little bit until they get some better receivers. So I agree with him there.
Okay. So then we have the fifth pick. Joey and Tommy don't agree on this one. Tommy has the New York Football Giants picking Sonny Styles from the Ohio State Buckeyes. What do you have, Joey?
I have the Giants taking Caleb Downs, safety from the Ohio State Buckeyes. And you know what? I think those picks are interchangeable. They're very different positions, but very similar in terms of they are just hybrid players. Sonny Styles, sideline to sideline linebacker, can plug the hole in a run, can blitz. Can read the D. Caleb Downs, safety, but can play slot corner, can move up to linebacker. They're both just they could be all over the field. So I could see them going either way. But I got Caleb.
We talked before the show that when Joey got to 30, I'm cutting him off because we won't be able to do them all if I don't. So then now with the sixth pick in the draft, they agree here. For your Cleveland Browns, Carnell Tate from the Ohio State University. Joey?
This is who the Browns should pick. They're going to screw this pick up because they're going to overthink the pick.
Well, they've never done that.
Take Carnell Tate.
They've never done that.
Take Carnell Tate. Okay, I'm done. Because I know they're not going to take him, so it doesn't matter what I say.
Okay. So, see, and Joey said interchangeable about Styles and Caleb Downs. Well, Tommy has Caleb Downs getting picked 7th by the by the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Downs from the Ohio State University, and Joey has
I got Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles. So You really don't have much to say because you already said it, right?
Yeah.
We're saving time here, Joey.
There we go.
Saving time. We may take a little extra time. As much as I've said I don't care about the draft when we get to Tampa Bay's pick, because I highly disagree with your mock on Tampa Bay's pick. But Tommy said I shouldn't be surprised if it happens. I don't love it. You don't need a tight end in Tampa. Okay. Let's go to New Orleans at 8. We got to go 7 first.
No, we did 7.
No, we did 7. That was okay. Number 8, the New Orleans Saints. I think you both have this the same. Tommy has Reuben Bain, defensive end, Saints. We don't need him in the NFC South, so I hope you're both wrong on this.
Yeah, he is a game record for sure. We'll see what he does in the next level, but man, this guy is an animal as being a defensive end. I'd love to see what he and Myles Garrett or David Bailey could do together. But yeah, I got Bain going to the Saints.
Okay. And then for the 9th pick for Tommy, he has here's another one of those fun names. He's got from Louisiana State University, cornerback Mansour Delane. Okay, so you have Joey.
I have them take. This is where I have Francis Baigoa going, offensive tackle from Miami.
Okay.
They got to protect Pat Mahomes a little better. I think getting a really good right tackle, maybe could slide into the guard if needed. So that's my pick.
So Tommy with number 10, which is the
Bengals.
The Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals. Tommy has them picking out of Tennessee, cornerback Jermond McCoy. Who do you have? You have
this is where I have the first cornerback coming off the board, and it's just one pick later. I got Mansour Delane, cornerback at LSU.
Okay, so that's close.
Yeah.
So the 11th pick in the National Football League selection meeting, which is the actual name. Did you know that, Joey?
I did.
Yes. I love when they say that at the beginning. I got to admit that. I do like that. It's kind of cool. So Tommy has at 11, and I believe you have the same. Tommy has at 11, Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver, University of Southern California.
Same pick. Think he's a heck of a player. Might not be the best in interviews, but honestly, don't care how well you talk as long as you perform on the good
interview.
As long as you can perform on the field. So
did he have a bad interview?
Yeah, he had some questionable interviews at the combine, but kid is, best. He won award for best receiver. So
okay, yeah, and good was it questionable interviews with media?
No, with teams.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say with media, I can understand because they ask some dumb questions.
Well, yeah.
I can say that since I'm in the media, and you too.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're going to go to number 12, the Dallas Cowboys. Tommy has Dylan. Was it Dylan Thieneman, Oregon safety to the Cowboys? And what do you have?
I have Jermond McCoy,
yes,
cornerback, Tennessee. Yep.
So okay, and then we have. I think you're both same on this one too. Number 13 to the Los Angeles Rams, wide receiver. Ooh, I noticed the typing error here. Wide receiver out of Arizona State, brother of Cleveland Cavalier Jalen Tyson. He says the Rams will pick Jordan Tyson.
I agree 100%. Huge ceiling, but questions about being able to stay healthy.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, Joey, you and Tommy have the same.
Yep.
Number 14 from the Ravens. And to save us from me destroying the name, we'll have you say it since you and Tommy have the same pick.
Well, he abbreviates his name, so it's Vega Ione from offensive guard, Penn State. Okay. I hate this pick that we both agree because I think that he has an opportunity. He might be the best lineman in the draft. It's just that he's a guard, so he's not going to get as much attention as the tackles. But he's going to have I think he's going to have a heck of a NFL career.
And that sucks. He's going to the Ravens.
Potentially.
Yeah. Okay. So then we have now Tommy has, and I'm going to blow this guy's name up. Akahentenaton Mesidor from Miami as an edge to the Buccaneers.
Akeem Mesidor.
Oh, is that he goes by? Okay.
AKHEEM.
So, okay. So to the Buccaneers from Miami, and you have go on with yours.
I have one of the most dynamic players in this draft, who I think could probably be a top 10 pick, Kenyon Sadiq, tight end from Oregon.
Yeah.
Going to the Buccaneers. And I'm going to explain. I'm going to take 20 seconds to explain why.
That because
6'3",
because they don't need any offense. I'm sorry, they don't.
They lost Mike Evans.
Big deal.
Yes. 6'3.5".
Yeah.
Runs.
And I'm not saying big deal because like Mike Evans stinks.
Unbelievably fast. Can block. Can line up as a receiver. He's not going to be a tight end every play. You're gonna run. He's gonna line up as receiver. You can run 2 tight end sets. He can break tackles. He can make spectacular catches. This kid is just a dynamic player. That if another team needed a tight end, I would say okay. But
they
this
don't
guy,
need a tight end either.
I think Sadiq in that system, and his versatility would be crazy.
Wait, how do we know what that system is since they have a new offensive coordinator?
Because he'll work in any system.
Oh, okay. Well, he can go work in somebody else's system.
That is the type of player he is.
Tampa Bay needs a defensive player at number 1 or with their first pick. So I have to disagree with you on this, but if we'll see what happens. It's not that big of a deal. No matter what, I'll survive. So Tommy has with the Jets' 16th pick. Oh, the Jets being the Jets. Tommy has them. Ty Simpson from Alabama.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I
actually saw that from other people too.
I did too, and I think that it's just a stupid. I think Ty Simpson's going to end up being a late second, early third round pick, but I got them taking Avian Terrell, cornerback from Clemson, probably one of the most underrated cornerbacks in this league. They're going to stick with defense, try and replace Sauce Gardner, and I think him and Arbel Reese would pair up very nicely together for the first round.
Okay. Sauce Gardner's overrated anyway. 17th pick, the Detroit Lions. Oh, good. A name I can pronounce too. Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle, Georgia. Tommy has. What do you have?
I like Monroe Freeling a lot, but I got Spencer Fano, offensive tackle, Utah. So still tackles, but
yeah, they need help on their line.
Yep.
Which was very solid a couple of years ago, and all of a sudden, but a line can fall apart quick. It's kind of like a bullpen in baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could fall apart fast. So let's go 18th pick. We've got Tommy has the Minnesota Vikings picking defensive tackle from Clemson, Peter Woods.
Again, same thought process, but I got them taking defensive tackle Caden McDonald from Ohio State, the Ohio State.
Oh, the Ohio University. State. Another Buckeye. All right. So then the 19th pick in the NFL draft, Tommy has the Panthers picking Kenyon Sadiq. I screwed his name up. Mm-hmm. Kenyon Sadiq. Well, who do you have?
I have them taking Keldrick Falk from the edge from Auburn. I think pairing him up with Phillips is just nasty on defense. Although I like Tommy's pick too, pairing Sadiq up with Ted McMillan, that would make a lot of sense too. So I think either one of those picks are good picks.
All right. Well, the 20th pick in the NFL draft, another pick by the most overrated team in sports. The Dallas Cowboys. Tommy has them picking that Avion Terrell.
Mm-hmm.
And you have them picking?
I got them taking Akeem Mesidor, edge from Miami.
Oh, okay. So the 21st pick, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tommy has them picking Caden Proctor from the Crimson Tide. And you have?
Again, same thought process. I got them taking Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle from Georgia.
I don't think most of you guys picks that aren't the same. It's pretty much the same position, except
it's either same position or cornerback or it's defense or offense. It's pretty much right there. Yeah. And I hate the Steelers taking Freeling, but they have the opportunity of taking time and working with them.
So we got the number 22nd. We got 11 picks to go. The Chargers picking Caleb Banks, defensive tackle, Florida.
That's a good pick. I have the Chargers taking Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, safety from Toledo.
Okay. 23rd. I know they're different because you have the Eagles picking someone Tommy already had picked. Tommy has Blake Miller, offensive tackle, Clemson. You have?
Caden Proctor, offensive tackle, Alabama.
Going offensive tackle.
Yep.
Both clubs. Tommy has someone you might have had this guy picked already. Tommy has the Browns picking offensive tackle from Utah, Caleb Lemieux. Yeah, you have?
I have an offensive tackle.
You have him lower. Okay.
Who I think is just criminally underrated, and a guy who can switch from right to left tackle. Blake Miller from Clemson, 6'7", 320 pounds. I like Blake Miller a lot. They could fit in with the Browns.
Well, if they pick an offensive lineman, let's just hope he's good, because
I wouldn't be shocked to see.
I think the line is going to be a lot better this year.
I also wouldn't be shocked to see them take 2 wide receivers.
Okay, we got less than 3 minutes.
Yep.
Let's finish this. Chicago Bears. Tommy has 25th pick. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and you have?
TJ Parker, defensive end from Clemson.
Okay, Tommy has 26th pick. Buffalo Bills. CJ Allen, linebacker, Georgia. You?
No, I have Denzel Boston, wide receiver from Washington.
Okay. 27th pick, Tommy has San Francisco 49ers selecting Texas A&M wide receiver, KC Concepcion. What do you have?
I got the Niners taking Peter Woods, defensive tackle out of Clemson.
Okay. 28th pick, Tommy has Caden McDonald, defensive tackle, Ohio State for the Texans. You have?
This is where I have Caleb Lomu, offensive tackle for Utah, so Stroud doesn't get killed.
All right. 29th pick, Kansas City Chiefs, Colton Hood, quarterback, Tennessee. That's what Tommy has. What do you?
I have KC Concepcion, wide receiver from Texas A&M, because Rashid Rice wants JSN money, and that is not happening.
Oh, and I've checked, by the way, KC Concepcion is not related to Davey or Onyx Concepcion. I've wondered that.
I know you
now
did.
I know. So 30th pick, Denzel Boston, wide receiver, Washington. Tommy has going to Miami. You?
That is a good pick. I have Max Ianaker, offensive tackle from Arizona State.
Okay. And we got the 2 Super Bowl teams left. 31. That's who Tommy has at 31 for Arizona. Max Ianaker.
Yep.
Yes. And 32, Tommy has. Oh, who do you have at 31?
I have Cassius Howell, edge from Texas A&M.
Is he any relation to Cassius Clay?
No.
No. Okay. We got 32, Brandon Cece, cornerback, South Carolina. And you?
That is a good pick. I have the Seahawks taking Emmanuel Pregnon, guard from Oregon. But I actually like Tommy's pick better there.
Okay. Hey, we did it, Joey.
We did.
We are going to end the show now for the week. We have made it under an hour, and that's our goal every week. And we will see you guys next week. I will see you Saturday from Rocket Arena with the pre and post game on the Cavs. And we will see you back here next week for Two Guys Talk Sports. Till then, everybody have a great week.